What's up, my Naija people out a day? I am back here live and direct. Just election update, my people. Election update. Uh, Election was postponed, as we all know, from February 16th, 2019 in Nigeria to February the 23rd, 2019. Just 1 week postponement. I made a video few hours ago on before the election on the 23rd, when we are wondering, is INEC going to postpone the election the second time on the day of election? But thankfully, they did not postpone it again. The election went ahead and was proceeded as planned on Saturday, February the 23rd of 2019. So how did that election go? It's sad. It's sad, you know. I was so angry. I just demand a para. So after the 1 week delay, so that to prevent staggering of the election, in some states like Plateau or Anambra State back on February 16th, they don't want to stagger the election. That was why it was postponed. I mean, that's one of the reasons INEC gave the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu. That was the reason. One of the reasons he gave was they don't want to stagger the election. Hence, they have to postpone it to the 23rd. But guess what? They ended up staggering the election due to some insecurities. So before we come to the insecurity, let's talk about the gross incompetence of INEC in regard of lateness. 59, a whopping 59% of the polling units, 59%, 59, more than half of the polling unit opened late. And we were assured that the election materials had been sent from central bank to the polling unit to everything, that everything's going to go well as planned, that all the materials have been checked and accounted for. But 59%, 59% of the polling units opened late on election day. That is unacceptable. That is like, I was like being optimistic and saying, oh, INEC is probably going to do a better job because they postponed the election for 1 week. But no, after the postponement, they still did not do a great job. 59% of the unit being delayed, opened late. That is not good. And then what about the insecurities? People snatching ballot boxes and the police. I heard reports that in some unit, the police, only 2 police are in units. 2 police. We know Nigeria is a volatile country, a very volatile country. Why will a polling unit have just 2 police officers? We were assured in INEC guidelines or stipulation, they said each polling unit should have a minimum of 4 police officers. But why would a polling unit have 2 police officers? That is calling on violence to occur. That is, we know Nigeria is already volatile, so we need to do all that is necessary to make sure we have a peaceful election. INEC was supposed to be in charge of that, but no, they failed the Nigerian people, and that was why there was violence in so many places. Lagos in particular, Rivers State in particular, and Anambra State. According to a report, I think that by U.S. News, say over 35 people lost their life. 35, 35, 35 people lost their life in this election on Saturday. When are we ever gonna grow past this violence-ridden elections in Nigeria? When? Every election, people lost their life. Even in campaign seasons, people lost their life. I thought we are a civilized people. Nigeria, I thought we are a civilized people. Over 35 people lost their life for an election. An election, you're supposed to come out peacefully, declare, choose the right candidate that will govern the affairs of the country. But no, some people make it a violence affair. A violence affair. It saddens and broken my heart is broken and I'm full with grief and sadness. Nigeria needs to do better. We definitely need to do better. When are we going to arise and do the right thing? When would INEC and the security agencies in Nigeria do better? It's a sad, sad, sad thing to always have an election with life being lost unnecessarily. Life that are not supposed to be lost are lost. So I am heartbroken, but let's continue. Now we've voted, and on Saturday, the areas that have insecurity, like Anambra State, Lagos State, and River State, the election was postponed or was continued all the way till Sunday. They continued on Sunday. So today, on Sunday afternoon in Nigeria, that was when election concluded instead of concluding on Saturday. So election continued all the way to Sunday, and finally we've concluded our presidential election and House of Senatorial election and House of Representative election. And people are still waiting for the results. So by now, we should have known who is the winner by now. But yet, we are still waiting anxiously to know who is going to be the president of Nigeria. Who is going to be the president of Nigeria? We are waiting and been waiting and waiting. It's just unacceptable to be delaying this far. The informant, the information out there, one of the informant from INEC said that we may have to wait till Tuesday for the result of the election. Why wait till Tuesday? Why would the collation of the result take that long, all the way to Tuesday, to get the result, so that for Nigerians to know who is going to be the new president of Nigeria? We have seen the polling unit out there. We've seen the majority of the polls of the polls shows that Atiku won like with huge margins of PDP, APC. I mean, I know I don't want Atiku to win. I don't want Buhari to win of APC. But unfortunately, one of them is going to win because Nigerians have not waking up enough to realize that APC, PDP are two sides of the same bad coin. They are one of the same. They have ruined the future of our country, ruined the future of the current present Nigerians and the future Nigerians. No, we don't. We're not even safe to have children in Nigeria because there is no future for them. And who are responsible for that? That's the PDP leadership and the APC leadership. Well, unfortunately, we are going to be stuck with one of those two again for another 4 years. And I hope come 2023, the Nigerians have learned their lesson and vote the right candidate. So I'm anxious to see what the results shows, and let's move on from there. For now, the result seems that PDP is going to win the presidential ticket, and PDP have already started making noise. Atiku have already started making noise that INEC should declare Atiku Abubakar the president because he have won the most votes. But we don't know. We're still waiting and see what INEC is going to declare in the next 48 hours. It's a long wait, but that's sadly what we have to do. So moving on, as we wait for our result, we have to start making efforts, start talking to interested parties like strong organizations to ensure that Nigerians in diaspora vote in 2023. 2023 is going to be here in no time, in a short few years. It's going to be here in no time. So we have to make enough move that to make sure, to ensure that the diasporans vote. Senegal just concluded the election. We had our election almost the same period, the same weekend. Senegal concluded the election, and guess what? Senegalese in the diaspora voted. So why can't Nigerians in the diaspora vote? We have to do something about it, and we have to do something fast. And because the diasporans have great investment in Nigeria. Nigerians living outside Nigeria have great investment in Nigeria. My last video, I also mentioned that the people, Nigerians in the diaspora, like invest so much in Nigeria, billions of dollars. So why wouldn't they be allowed to vote wherever they are? Nigeria is for all of us. It doesn't matter if we live in Nigeria or if we live outside Nigeria. As long as our hearts yearn for our country, our heart yearns for our fatherland, we should be allowed to vote while we are outside our fatherland, because we want to see good leadership, good governance, and we have not had that for the past 20 years that we resumed democracy. 20 years, 1999 to
Mm-hmm.
2019. We've had democracy and we have not have good, good prosperity that we deserve. So it's high time that we allowed people in diaspora to vote and make our vote count so that we can have true leadership with vision, with will, capacity, and the intelligence needed to govern a vast country like Nigeria. This is all I have to say for now. I'm really sad and heartbroken for all the deaths that will have occurred during this election. So I'm just going to keep this broadcast brief, and I want to hear your comments in the comment section. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and share. And as we wait for our election, I'm going to also make another broadcast as soon as we get the results in the next 48 hours of who is going to be our new president. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you for listening. Keep spreading the message. Keep the conversation going. That we'll have to do something to revive our country and make it the country that is going to be there for its people, to provide for the basic need of its people. Right now, the basic needs of Nigerians are not being met. And Nigeria is currently the poverty capital of the world. Keep that in mind so that we can bring this change together. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful week.